All right, then we start. So first of all, this is Max, this is Ethan, I'm Elias, and we're going to present you Flowfill. It's basically just to fill all the empty classes with smart incentives. Okay, so then I was like, when it was the time and we had to find a project, I was like thinking and researching, and I realized that most of my friends were always complaining about, yeah, you can't just have a good course in a yoga club, for example, with a good time slot. And then was doing some more research and also some articles saying that the studios also got the same problem. They can't fill up all the classes. So what is the actual problem? Did some more research. I found out it's about fixed capacity. Each class, as you probably know, has a limited spots, usually it's around 20. And many classes, even though there's pretty high demand, they run below capacity, still space available. We all know empty spots means lost revenue, can't be recovered after class. So what is the consequence of the business then? Usually business revenue decreases and as attendance varies because of different times. But while the fixed costs, they always stay constant, because even though if only one person books a time or books a course, the clubs have to pay for the teachers, all the equipment, etc., etc. So all the fixed costs stay constant. And then they try to, I don't know, they want to maybe invest into marketing to promote the stuff to get more demand, but that's usually unnecessary and it's pretty inefficient. And in general, yoga studios have long wait lists. So if one specific course is really unpopular, they have a long wait list, and this can lead to lower satisfaction and lower business revenue.
Okay, so the first question we had to ask was, how can we help retail, as in the people signing up for yoga, and also the yoga studios? So the insight that we got from the data was actually that the issue wasn't the fact that certain yoga studios had low attendance, it was actually just scheduling. Most people don't want to do yoga on a Friday at 6 p.m. So we kept on thinking about that, kept on thinking about nightly yoga sessions. How can we incentivize people to then go and do yoga at those times instead of maybe midday, early in the morning, if booking was a little bit bloated? So what the data showed us is that it's really not about marketing. So one of the biggest issues with these yoga studios is that they just throw a bunch of money at TikTok, Instagram, all these things just to market for more customers, when that's not actually the core issue. The core issue is simply, how can they incentivize people to go for times that they wouldn't usually go for, which would then spread out the customer list and allow for them to make more money. So our solution to this was something that we're calling very simply the credit system. Credit system is exactly what it sounds like. You can think of it as kind of like Starbucks rewards points in a way. These credits are basically to bring the cost down, kind of like a discount, while still benefiting the yoga studio, and then also incentivizing retail to then go and book that 6 p.m. class on a Friday. So the quantity of credits calculated by the predicted occupancy of classes, which basically means like on a Monday, if there's a bunch of times blocked off at say 9 a.m., a normal yoga time, then at a 6 p.m. time on that Monday, if someone wants to confirm that time block, they'll get a discount via credits. So
now let's look at the model workflow. So how does the website actually work? So as Ethan and Ellie already mentioned, our model is trained on historical data. So we take this data, and then we're going to train a model. How we're doing that is on the next slide. And basically, when a new class gets published, the model is trying to predict what the occupation is. As Ethan already mentioned, on a Friday afternoon, it's probably expected to be quite low. So then the website sets a reward for the specific occupation tier. So we structured it in 3 tiers: low, medium, and high. And as already mentioned, that Friday afternoon would probably fall into a high tier credit occupation tier. The user then sees this reward on the booking page. He then can book this class. When he sees the booking, he pays the full price. But if he, for example, buys a low occupation class, he will receive credits. And these credits are then going to be rewarded into his own wallet. And at the end, he can use these credits to book another class cheaper and the whole data the model gathered throughout this whole process is then going to be moved to the historical data to train the model even further. Now looking into the model, what are actually our features? So we are looking at time of the day of the week, class types, and instructors. There are always changes, preferences. We also look at the days in advance, the historical average of occupancy, and of course the season of the month to try to predict the final occupation percentage. And we map that, as already mentioned, into 3 credit tiers. The model we're actually using is a random forest classifier or XGB boost, both handle tabular data, and it's not deep learning, it's machine learning here. And we did it via supervised learning in historical booking records. We did train test split and evaluated the accuracy and F1 score for each 3 tiers.
Then let's actually look at the demo. Okay, let's go. Okay, so this is a starting page. Just a quick, give some information. Again, explains you a bit what is it about. But then if you click, you have many options here. You have one members option, you have one desk option. Members option means that actually the customers can actually, this is basically the customers website, and for the desk is just about some general data and just to show you an overall performance for the actual studios. Let's go with the members and let's go for the studios. Okay, so here you have different, actually different studios surrounding the area. This time we did some studios in Germany. That was the location, and let's take, I don't know, Prana for example. And here you can see the schedule. We want to have maybe, I don't know, a heat map. So let's double click that and you have a different perspective. So here you can see all the different dates. Here you can see all the different courses they actually offer. And if we go, for example, to this one now, here you can see again, it costs 20 euros. That's usually the fixed price, the time, and here you can see 6 spots left. Here you can see 11 spots left, meaning that for this one, of course, higher demand than the other one. Let's go, for example, on the other one, a sound bath. We book. You get on the booking page. Here you can choose different options. And if you look on, if you can see it here, it says the amount of credits you have. In this case, we have 4 credits. We're going to come to later. But meaning you don't have enough credits to actually buy that only with your amount of credits that you have. So you probably, I don't know, get a card, click book it, and then it directs you to your personal calendar. Here you can see all your personal courses that you actually booked, timed, whatever, everything that you want. But then if we go back to the credits again, no, not this one. But this is also fine. Here you can see just an overview that just people who have used our website, what, how many credits do they have, what have they booked, how many, and you can actually see, okay, they've booked, I don't know, 7 or whatever courses, but he actually only showed up 6 times. This is percentage on that, and but this is the part for the studios, just in general for them to know, okay, how many, what's the information, how many people are coming, what is the actual booking average rate. You can, and then if we go back to schedule, for example, it's the same thing, but I want to go here to credits. And here on the credits one, you can actually also buy credits, being that if you buy one, of course, it will then change and add to your account. With that, you can then buy more and more studio courses, but there are many different features. I don't want to take your time too long because many different features you have to if you want to just get some time and just to look for it.
Okay, and one more thing that I did forget to mention as well. In order to do this, none of us knew that much about yoga, or more broadly just smaller businesses. And one of the main things that we had to do a little bit of research on and a little bit of interpretation on is what actually grows a small business. Is it a lot of marketing, throwing 100 grand at what I said before, TikTok, Instagram, any social media platform? And the answer again is no. So we had to think of what actually grows these small businesses, and what it actually is community. And with community, we realized that community actually compounds. And what's the best way to compound community with the yoga studio? The best way to do that is what we figured, a referral system. So as you can see here, we have buying credits as an option. Another option is to refer your friends. A lot of people that I do know in LA go to yoga, go to Pilates, whatever it is, the gym, with groups of 10 people at a time in the morning, on a Saturday, so many. And if one person finds out about a yoga studio, for example, that person then can go get referrals for all their friends, add up the credits, which then helps them get cheaper classes and the yoga studio fill up their classes, which then compounds into more people going and booking those yoga classes throughout the week. So yeah, is that it?
That is basically it. Like I said, you have many other options, but it's just an easy way for many people, for students especially. If you want to maybe, I don't know, get a cheaper option, you can go on the website. You can look for specific time zones. And if you're a bit flexible, just click on the one that you actually give you more credits. It's cheaper for you. And it's quite, I know, you can also compare, you can be competitive. You can compare it with your friends, how many things you've done, how many credits you have. It's a good option for everyone to get cheap options and for the studios to actually fill up their space and then get higher revenue. Yeah, thank you very much.